Show me love, 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 show me love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to share with you guys, since we're going into a new year, my top 10 tips for starting your weight loss journey in 2021. I am not claiming to know it all. I still have so much learning to do myself. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know what has helped me, because I've been on my weight loss journey for about over a year now. And I mean, I'm still on my journey. I haven't hit my goal weight. Everything's taking a lot of time. I've had a lot of in and outs of doing really well and then not doing well at all. I've been maintaining for a while, but not on purpose. I just, just with life and things happening. So yeah, I'm ready to take on this new year and really start and get to my goal and just be happy and be confident. And I just want to share with you guys my top tips to help you out. So I wrote them all down, so let me just go into my phone. It'll make it a little easier. But before I get started, I just want to share with you also a few of my top items that really helped me throughout the process. These are things that I will continue to always buy. They're things that really helped me. I feel like they're full fat dupes. I'm not going to pull them out and show you. I probably have looking at it, I have every single one of these downstairs. I'll just put a picture and pop them on the screen of what they are. And I'll also link a video, because I did do a top favorites video of all things that really helped me lose weight. So all of these are in there, I believe, and then plus a whole bunch more. So I'll link that video if you want to check that out. But these are the best things that I could not live without, ever. So carb balanced tortillas, you need them in your life. You have to get them. They taste just like regular tortillas. They're the Mission brand. They're 2 points per tortilla. They're so good. I think they're 60 calories. So good. Diet soda of your liking, whichever one you can find that you like. I'll get into that later. Spray olive oil. Gotta get it. They have like a spray butter one too that I have in the pantry, but I tend to use the spray olive oil for everything. For veggies, for making quesadillas, literally for making everything. Anything I put in a pan, I usually put spray olive oil. Fat-free cheese, absolutely. In the beginning, get the fat-free cheese. It's 0 points for up to a quarter cup. They have mozzarella and cheddar. Get both of them. Keep them in your fridge. The 647 bread is my favorite bread. It is so good. If you grew up eating white bread, I'm telling you, you will absolutely love it. It is so good, and it is the lowest in points for white bread that I've found. 2 last things is fat-free whipped cream. Tastes just like regular. It's delicious. Put it in your coffee, put it on your dessert, take a little shot of it. It's 0 points. And lastly, enlightened ice cream. Oh my God, I cannot say enough good things about this. It tastes just like normal ice cream. It's way better than Halo Top. No offense, Halo Top, but it is way better. You will love it. Just give it a try. They have so many flavors. They're so good. Let's get into everything. My first tip is be realistic with yourself. Do not jump into it, because I have done this before too. Don't jump into this and say, I'm just going to eat all clean food. I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to eat veggies. I'm going to eat everything clean. I'm going to eat grilled chicken, no processed foods, this and that. Be realistic with yourself. That will be hard to do. Chances are, no offense, but chances are, please do, nobody take offense to this, because I'm on this weight loss journey as well. If you're on a weight loss journey, chances are you weren't eating all clean food. You probably weren't. There's some issue with eating in your life. I know there's tons of issues with me, you know what I mean? I wasn't eating all clean food, definitely not. If you were eating all clean food, chances are you probably wouldn't be on a weight loss journey, right? So be realistic. If you think that you really can just jump in and start doing that, kudos to you. I wouldn't be able to do it. I know I can't do it, and I've tried to do it. It's just too hard. Everything in moderation. Don't just think, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this, because if you're not used to eating like that, you're setting yourself up for failure, because you have to ease yourself into it. For example, I understand that soda is bad for you. Even if it's diet soda, it's bad for you. But when you're used to eating certain things, soda, I'm going to use soda as an example. It's literally addicting. I swear to you, I used to smoke cigarettes and I quit smoking a little over a year ago. And it was really hard to quit smoking, but it was also really, really hard to quit drinking regular soda. I swear, I was like addicted to regular soda. I've always drank it my whole life. Like, I was never a water drinker. I just have always loved regular soda, and I always hated diet soda. So making a switch over to just diet soda was just really tough. It wasn't the same for me. But after trying different diet sodas, like, I used to drink like regular Coke. So I started trying to drink Diet Coke. I always hated the taste of Diet Coke. I never understood how people would drink it. So I started drinking it, and I'm like, I really don't enjoy this. Why even drink it, right? Then I tried Coke Zero. It was a little better in my mind. After having diet for a little bit, it did taste more like regular Coke to me. But I still didn't like love it. Not like I loved regular soda. So then I tried a diet black cherry soda from Dr. Brown's brand, and I'm telling you, I was like, at first, I was so happy I found it because it was so good. It is so good. It doesn't taste like diet at all to me, and that really helped me. So from there on out, I was able to find something that made it feel like I was eating like I used to. Because obviously we were eating like we used to because we liked it. We enjoyed those things, you know? So it stinks that we can't have them anymore. They're just so bad for you, but it's what you're used to, right? So it made me so happy that I was able to find an alternative that was 0 points, you know, and 0 calories. Even though soda is bad for you, right? But you can't just restrict yourself from everything. Otherwise, it's going to get into your mind. It's going to be a lot harder to succeed if you just give up everything. Everyone's different. That's just me. I don't like restriction like that. So that's why certain diets for me would never work. I couldn't do a diet where I had to eat that specific food or their specific snacks, and I can't do that. I don't like the restriction. So just do some looking around for something similar to what you had, and you might find an alternative that you like, and just don't set yourself up to fail and be unrealistic and say, I'm going to eat grilled chicken 5 times a week because it's 0 points or it's good for you and loads of veggies. When you weren't eating grilled chicken and loads of veggies, you're going to get sick of it. You're not, the first, second, third day might be fine, but you're going to get sick of it. So just ease into everything. The good thing with Weight Watchers or counting your calories is you can have whatever you want, you know? Or Itrackbites too. You can have whatever you want. You just have to have it in moderation and get a healthier relationship with food. You have to use an alternative to like get you through. You know what I mean? For a little bit. Eventually, you'll stop drinking as much soda. That's what I did. You know what I mean? Eventually, maybe you won't want to drink it or whatever the case is, because as you start losing weight and you start seeing and you start feeling because I know that since I started this, I can now tell what is making me bloated, what doesn't make me feel so good. And soda, I realized that soda makes me bloated and soda makes me feel not that great. So you eventually start feeling really different, but you do need that. You don't need, everyone's different, but I need that alternative to get me through. Just like when you quit smoking, a lot of people use something. They use a patch, you know, or they chew the gum, whatever it is to get them through. Because when you're super addicted or used to something, sometimes you need a replacement to get you from A to B, and then you don't need it anymore. I quit smoking. I used a patch for a week or 2 weeks, and then I didn't need it anymore. I just needed to get it out. I needed to get out of habit of doing it, and then eventually, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't need that little bit of nicotine that was in the patch because it's mostly your mind. So just get your mind to work with you. Eventually, your mind's going to change. I promise you. Second tip is don't beat yourself up. If you go a day not tracking, if you go over your points, if you have a piece of cake, if you celebrate with friends and you go over your points that day, or even if you're just having a mental health day, like, you know what I mean? If you're just having a hard time right now in life with whatever it may be, and you don't feel like tracking that day or whatever it is, or you can, or there's something going on, don't beat yourself up, because it's gonna happen. I mean, this is like a journey, you know what I mean? And this is your life too. You can't beat yourself up because you're not going to gain back all of your weight. Don't obsess over the scale, you know? Like, even if you gained 2 pounds back, which I mean, are you really going to? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I have not done the best in tracking these past few months. I really haven't. Since we moved to Pennsylvania, it's been rough. There's been a lot of things going on that have made it harder to track and things like that, or just not wanting to because of stuff going on. And I have maintained because I'm still making better choices. Chances are, if you're doing this, you're not just gonna like flip the switch and just go back to eating absolutely terrible like you were, you know? Just give yourself some grace and remember that it's day by day. This is the rest of your life. You have, you know, your whole life to live. Don't restrict yourself so much, you know, unless you have this like strict deadline of when you need to lose weight by, you know, then maybe you do want to be stricter. But at the end of the day, one day isn't going to kill you. You're going to be fine. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track. And as long as you can reel yourself back in, not go overboard, then you're going to be okay. It's not a race. Just focus and you can lose that pound that you may have gained from doing whatever happened. You'll be okay and you'll get back there. You just have to focus and try to get yourself back on track, which I think will lead me right into the next one, which is just if you're feeling unmotivated, because I know that happens to me, is I will feel unmotivated and then I won't track. For whatever reason, I'm feeling unmotivated, just life itself, or it happens, you know? So for whatever reason, if you're feeling unmotivated, my suggestion is to look online. And I swear, I'm not saying this just so you'll come watch my videos. It's not just me. This is what I do, you know? Go find yourself some people on YouTube. I mean, clearly you watch YouTube if you're watching this video. So go find some YouTubers that motivate you, that are in WW or Itrackbites or count their calories, and it will help you get motivated again. So when I go on and I see someone cooking dinner or what they're eating or just talking about being motivated or this and that, it motivates me to do better. So it motivates me to get back on track, and it's just so helpful. I like to see what they're making, what they're eating, what they get at the grocery store. Just knowing that someone is going through what you're going through kind of makes it easier for you. So there's so many people out there on Instagram, on YouTube, you know, on Reddit, everywhere. Like everyone's on a weight loss journey somewhere. So just go to whatever platform you like and find the people you like and follow them and see what they're doing. They'll keep you motivated. Get into the community, you know, make friends throughout the community. Everyone is so supportive and so nice and really just like cheers everyone on. I haven't met a single mean person in this community yet, so I really suggest, if you're feeling unmotivated, to get yourself back on track or motivated, just go and talk to the people in the community or just watch them and see what they're doing, and it may give you new ideas or make you feel better or whatever it is. I just feel like seeing other people motivated just pulls me back in. It like recharges me in a sense. I immediately start feeling better about the situation and it just gets me going. I mean, hey, you could subscribe right now and watch me, just saying. With that being said though, of course, if you're gonna follow people in the community or on their weight loss journey, that is great. Just make sure that you do not compare yourself to others, because everyone's journey is different. Everyone loses weight differently. And you cannot compare yourself. And that's hard, of course, when you're looking at someone and everyone's very open about how much they've lost and how short of a time or long of a time it's been and what they're doing. And you may feel like, oh, well, I'm doing the same exact thing and I didn't lose that much weight, or this person lost so much weight in such a shorter amount of time. You know what I mean? And you can't do that because everyone's journey is different. everyone's weight from the start was different. Everyone's body is different. Everything's different about it. So just try not to compare yourself. I know that can be hard, but just try your best not to, and just remember that it's your journey, and at the end of the day, you will get where you want to be as long as you focus. My next tip is to do your research. I have been on and off WW for so long, but this past year is when I really started getting into it and actually, it actually really worked for me. Not that it didn't work, because it did work in the past, but I just didn't stick with it. The first time I ever started Weight Watchers was literally when it was like, you go to the studio, you get weighed in, you get stickers in your book, your food is not online. You used to get a book, you used to write your stuff down in a book. They used to have the WW calculators, which was a lot of fun. And that was like 2008. So that was a long time ago. That was the first time. And I did lose weight. I think I lost like maybe 10 to 15 pounds. I also was a lot thinner though when I started. So like I started and I weighed like 150 or something like that. And I was trying to lose weight. Whereas now when I started this journey, I weighed 196. So it was a big difference. Either way, I fell off that program, but at the same time, that was so long ago and I was so much younger. And then after that was when you could just do online, right? So I wasn't going in for any of the like meetings or anything like that. And all I'll say is it is so much easier once you figure out what you can have. So do your research by like looking up ideas on YouTube, Pinterest, Reddit, Google it, you know what I mean? Instagram. So many people have Instagrams. Getting ideas from other people and stuff like that. My biggest problem was I didn't know what to have, because everything that I was used to eating was so bad in points that I was like, okay, what do I have? I couldn't think of anything, and I didn't know what the alternatives were out there. Sometimes you'll be in a grocery store, but you don't see or you don't think that something is the points that it is, or how you fit it in and what you can make, or recipes or anything. So just do your research in the sense of just follow people on a platform, just find people that you like, or just Google recipes. Use the WW app. That's really helpful. They have recipes on there, but Pinterest is great for recipes, for counting calories, low calorie stuff. There's so many cookbooks, all stuff like that. I feel like the biggest part is the alternatives to things that you like, because I've found so many alternatives to things, and I really feel like without those things, I wouldn't have lost any weight, because I get discouraged if I feel like there's nothing I can eat. I don't want to have to eat grilled chicken every day, you know what I mean? So I need to have those alternatives to have stuff that I feel like I'm eating like I used to eat, because I love food, and unfortunately I love bad food, I love creamy, cheesy, good, fatty foods. So to find alternatives for things is really great, and it's really helpful. So just do some research to find what you like before you give up, or if you haven't started yet, just do some research to see, like, there is plenty of stuff out there where you're not going to have to just eat like low fat stuff that you may think is just like terrible. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and people will try all this stuff for you, and you know what I mean? People that I follow, if I can tell we have like the same taste and stuff, like their recipes that they're making, I value what they're saying, because I'm like, we must have the same taste. Like, if this person likes it, I probably like it too, because I know that they always make stuff that I like, So just do your research and see, because there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's very, very helpful. And I feel like that could be why I failed so many other times that I restarted WW throughout the years, because I just didn't know what was out there yet. And it wasn't up until about a year ago that I started realizing, wow, there's so many people online that are doing the same thing as me, and now I have all of these ideas of stuff I could do. So definitely look into that. So another thing that really, really helped, I feel like this year, was that this year I started using a scale, and I feel like that really changed the game. Use a scale for literally everything, for your chips, for things that you wouldn't even think to use a scale for. It's so much easier than dirtying like a measuring spoon and stuff. You, in the long run, get more. You can kind of play games. If you're on WW, you can like you know what I mean? Change the serving size on whatever it may be. Change it to grams. Like, let's say you're doing cheese, right? Change it to grams, and there you go. It's also easier in the sense that, like, let's say you're making a salad and you want to put cheese on top. If you were to just go by the basic serving that it says, and it says 1/4 cup, right? Because that's what I used to do. I used to not even think about the fact that I could change the serving size and I can make it smaller. And, like, you know what I mean? I just wasn't thinking about it. So if you're using a scale, you don't need a whole 1/4 cup of cheese. See how many grams you could get for 1 point. Put that on and then see if that's enough. And if that seems like it's enough for you, then stick with that, you know? Like, always change it to grams or ounces or whatever and weigh it out that way so that you get the most bang for your buck. You get the most value for your points. You'll get the most. Whether you're counting calories or anything, same thing. Weigh it out, because you're always going to get more weighing it out than using like a measuring cup or a measuring spoon or something like that, for sure. You can really get an exact amount of how much you want without having to use a full tablespoon or half a tablespoon or whatever. It's just a lot easier. So definitely suggest getting a scale. You could get them very inexpensive on Amazon or at the store, so definitely get yourself one. So helpful. My next tip would be to plan ahead. Plan ahead for your meals, plan ahead for if you're going out that week, plan ahead for your cheat or no track day. Just plan ahead, because if you do, it makes everything so much easier. A lot of times I'll sit in bed and in my notes section on my phone, I will try to plan what I'm going to eat the next day. I try to meal plan for dinners on the weekend, I'll try to meal plan for the entire week. So if I know the points for my dinner, then I know how much do I have left for snacks, how much do I have left for lunch, because it depends on what meal is most important to you, but for me, my meal that's most important to me would be dinner. I want that to be the most satisfying meal. Like, if I know how many points I have for dinner, then I can base my other stuff around that. I don't want to go and make a 12-point lunch and then have snacks and then I'm only left with a few points for dinner and then I'm like stuck having to have grilled chicken or something like that. That's just my preference. Maybe you love breakfast and you don't care about dinner that much. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't care if you have dessert. Everyone's different. So just choose whatever it is, whatever meal is definitely your favorite meal of the day. Make sure you have enough points for that and then base everything else around that. Plan ahead. Like, if you know on Friday night you have plans with your friends and you're going to go out to dinner and you want to spend your weekly points on that, then try to be good the rest of the days, you know? Or choose your day. Say, okay, I have no plans this week, so this is the day that I'm going to use my weeklies if you want. Just plan everything. It makes everything so much easier if you plan. Another tip that also goes in with the whole planning thing would be to give yourself a day of freedom. Now, this isn't for everyone, and I know some people disagree, and that's totally fine. You are totally able to make your own decisions. This is just what I do and what works for me and how I am. I prefer to have one day of freedom where I don't track anything and I don't worry about what I'm eating. I don't track my weeklies, nothing. I try to, during the week, not eat my weeklies at all. I just leave them sitting there. I try not to go over on my points during the week. And then I take one day during the week and I will have whatever I want. I feel like I still make some better choices than I used to, of course. But generally, a lot of times that no track day for us is like we'll order out somewhere or go out to eat. Well, we're not going out to eat right now because places are closed, but we will order in, whatever the case may be. So we'll get something that is whatever. If it's more than my weeklies than I had, then so be it. If not, it is what it is. Chances are it's probably not more than your weeklies. I like to have that one day of freedom. It's something to look forward to the whole week. You feel like you're kind of like working up towards it. You don't feel as guilty, you know, having that day. That's just what I like to do, and I've been fine with doing that and losing weight. But I will say, if you want to keep track, once you like learn your body more, and learn like what you can have and can't have and things like that, maybe keeping track of what you are having just to make sure, because maybe you're indulging too much, you know? You don't want to go and have like 5 Big Macs on your no track day. I would love to do that, you know, that'd be great. But I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to overindulge that hard. So it all depends on your relationship with food. As you keep going, like I said before, you start feeling like you know what makes you feel not great. At least for me, I feel like I can't eat as much as I used to. Like, this is embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you guys. I used to eat so much money worth of Taco Bell. Like, it's insane. And I still do, but I can't eat it all. But I used to eat it all. And that's the thing, is I could easily spend 20 something dollars at Taco Bell, all stuff for me. And I used to eat all of it. And it would feel like garbage, but I would eat all of it. Now, I've, on my days of no tracking, have gone to Taco Bell and gotten almost like the same amount of stuff, and I can't eat it all. Like, I'll eat 2 things and I'm already full. And sometimes I do like force it in a sense, because like I want it, but I don't, you know? But I don't eat all of it, you know what I mean? A lot of it ends up like not getting eaten, or it'll be saved and I'll eat it like later that day, or whatever the case is. But I feel like I can't eat as much as I used to be able to eat, and I guess it's because, you know, I'm eating less than I used to eat, I'm sure. I would just say definitely make sure you're still losing weight, because this may not work for everyone. This is just what works for me that one day. Everyone's different. That's just what works for me. So you just have to make sure that works for you. So maybe in the beginning, just keep track a little bit. I feel like I did, you know. I don't feel like I started out completely just going in for it. I feel like I did like keep track and make sure and realize, okay, I'm still losing weight. So now I just don't bother tracking it at all. Some people just like to keep track just to know, you know, and that's totally fine too. I just personally don't like to. I just want a day where I don't have to worry about it at all. I don't have to go into my phone and see how much it is or anything. I just eat what I want on one day, because that's what makes me happy. And really, you have to be happy too, so. Definitely stick with what you like. If you find something that you like, keep eating it. Like, don't feel like you have to. Oh, I have a visitor. Hi, Mimi. Oh, baby. Oh. Okay, go. Go lay down, baby. Go. Go sit with your brother. Go. I'm sorry. Anyway, stick with what you know. Don't feel like, oh, I'm eating this too much, or, you know, this, and that. Just stick with what you know. Can you stop? Go, mama. I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate with you sitting right there. I'm sorry. Can you go lay down? Please? If you like eggs in the morning for breakfast, eat eggs in the morning for breakfast every day. You don't have to have this extravagant or different meal or this, and that. Just eat what you know you like. It will help you be successful if you eat what you like. I cannot concentrate with this dog sitting on my lap right now. Look at this. What do you want, Mama? What? Is it because you want to be on here? Okay. I know if you're not someone who exercises, it is hard to get into it. And I promise you, I am not someone who exercises all the time. And for this coming new year, I am going to try to make sure I exercise multiple times a week. I am not going to be like, I'm going to exercise 6 times a week, because I won't. And then I'm just going to feel bad about myself because here's what will happen and what has happened. I'll aim to exercise literally 6 times a week. And then in my planner, I'll write exercise every day, right? And then it doesn't happen, and then I feel like garbage about myself. set realistic expectations like of yourself. Don't say you're going to exercise 6 times a week if you aren't even exercising once a week. You know what I mean? Start off slow and then gradually, you know? So this coming Monday, I'm going to set in my planner exercise twice this week, just twice, right? And then hopefully the next week I can do 3 times. And then maybe hopefully the next week I can do 4 times. But I promise you, it will get easier. I was never someone who exercised, and once I did exercise during this past year, I had waves of doing it and not doing it, and I'm telling you, when I did exercise, I still lost weight without exercising, but I did lose weight faster while I was exercising. So aside from it helping you lose weight, it's good for you to exercise. It's healthy for you. You know, you want to live a good, long life. So definitely try to exercise. I have never gotten to the point where I'm like, I love exercising. I cannot live without doing it. Never. I hate exercising. There's nothing I like about exercising. Nothing. I don't. Actually, the only thing I like is the feeling that I get after I've accomplished it. And it's not like, you know, like a runner's high where I'm like, oh, that was amazing. No, I never feel amazing. I just feel proud of myself. That's all. And if anything, that's good. I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's nice to feel proud of yourself. So, no, it's hard. Listen, if you don't like exercising, that's fine. You don't have to. But do it for your life, for your health, for your family, for yourself. Just do it for yourself. Just exercise. It is good for you. It's going to help you. And we got to do it. I'm there with you. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to. But I'm going to start exercising. I promise. Okay, my last tip is simply you have to start somewhere. If you are not on a program and maybe, you know, it's the new year, you're just thinking of starting, just start. You have to start somewhere. And that was my biggest problem. A year ago, I was like, I had known for so long, like I gained a lot of weight and I knew I needed to lose weight. I knew I did, but I guess I, for so long, was just hoping it was just magically going to happen, you know, just overnight. You're not going to lose weight overnight, and you're not going to lose weight without trying. You're not going to. If you're overweight right now, the only way you're going to lose weight is if you start. So why not start now? Because my biggest regret now, a year later, is that I didn't start sooner. But once you start, in the beginning, it might be hard because, at least for me, it was really hard. Like, I was doing everything right, you know, and I did lose, like, let's say I lost 2 pounds that week, right? You don't, in the beginning especially, you know, you don't see a difference with 2 pounds, you know, and it could be really frustrating to, like, be doing everything right, but you still aren't happy with what you see in the mirror, you know? You don't really feel like you see a change, and you want the change to come quick, you know? So you just have to tell yourself, like, be patient. It's going to come. It sucks that it can't happen overnight, and even if you lost 2 pounds or 5 pounds or even 10 pounds, because I remember when I lost 10 pounds, I still felt like I didn't really see a change. So unfortunately, you just have to wait because eventually the changes will come. You may look in the mirror and think you don't see a change, but then the next day you may put a shirt on that you haven't worn in a while and it fits totally different. Or just little things start happening. Like, it's just so many non-scale victories. They are the things that make you feel so good. Just try not to, like, obsess over the scale number. It will all come. You just have to be patient and just know that at the end of the day, you just have to start. You have to start somewhere. Don't keep putting it off. I just always felt like, oh, I'm going to start and it's just going to take so long. You're right. It may take a long time to get to where you want to be. But you have to start. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. If I would have never started Weight Watchers again a year ago, I'd still be 196 pounds. So you just have to start and you'll get there. And eventually you're going to see changes and you're going to feel better about yourself, and then you're really going to get into it. It may take you a minute, so just give yourself some time, you know? Let yourself see your body's changes, and you're just going to feel so happy because those non-scale victories are what make you the happiest. Just give it time. Don't give up. And you have to start somewhere. You don't have to do Weight Watchers. There is a link where you can try like a month for free. And I don't want you to think I'm saying this, because if you did sign up through that link, I get a free month as well. And I only if you continue on. I just want to point that out. So if you use that link and you didn't like resubscribe after that month, then I wouldn't get a free month, but you still get a free month or something like that. I'm not trying to like get free months from you or anything. I'm just saying that there are options to try Weight Watchers for free. You would just have to cancel if you didn't like it. If not, Itrackbites is like $29 or something like that a year. And if you don't want to spend anything, then count your calories, because that's essentially what Weight Watchers and Itrackbites is doing, really. You know what I mean? Count your calories. They have apps for free for that, you know? I'm sure there's other stuff out there as well, but I'm really interested in just doing counting calories as well, you know? I don't know what will happen or what will end up, but for now, I'm sticking on WW just because that's what I've been doing and it's what I'm used to right now, and I just feel like mentally that is what is okay for me right now. But I feel like eventually I may switch over to just counting calories, but I have no idea. Time will tell. There is options out there. I'll leave some links in the description for whatever I could find to put on there. And yeah, I just hope that if you are new and you're just interested in starting a weight loss journey right now in the new year, I hope that you do. No matter what plan it is or what you're doing, just start. Jump on the horse or jump on whatever it is that you're jumping on and just start, because we all have to start somewhere, and that's it. So I promise you, if you just start, it may take a little bit, but just be patient, and I promise you, you will see changes. You will be happy. All this I think like on the WW app or something, like someone's post or something. This woman, she was like discouraged about like, you know, she lost 10 pounds, but she feels like it's not a lot. Because I've been there. I've felt the same. And with how much weight I've lost, I've been like, is it really a lot? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's not. I guess it's not that much. Listen, if you lost just even 10 pounds, go pick something up that's 10 pounds. It's a lot, you know? When you think about it in that sense, where if you were to pick up something that's 30 pounds and you see like, wow, I was carrying that much weight around with me, you'll remember. It'll bring you right back into focus. No matter what you're losing pounds. You're doing something, you're starting, and it is a big deal. No matter how much you lose, whether it's a pound or freaking 50 pounds, you're still losing something. Be proud of yourself and just focus. And this is a new year. Plan your year out. Get everything together. Get yourself a schedule. Get yourself a plan, because that is so important and it really will help you stay focused. And I hope you'll follow me along my weight loss journey. Every week I'll put out a grocery haul. I put out what I eat in a day's vlogs. And then I stick in some random things here and there, hopefully of like homemaking, because I enjoy that. Just everything. So stick around. I hope you'll subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Good luck on your weight loss journey, because I know if you haven't started yet, then you're going to start after this video.
I can't taste it with your lips on mine, that you don't love me like you did that night.